Shalom Akim. I'm going to give all praises and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Rakah Kadash. Double honors to the elders and the apostles of GMS who teach and rule well, and salutations to all the Akim in all four corners of earth who's pushing his truth and sincerity. Shalom Akim. I'm going to get into this little article right here. This is about the Tulsa, Oklahoma massacre. You know, this is a hot topic. You know, Esau lately has been they've been digging up the grounds over in that area. I seen this about a few months ago, and because you know they're lying about the numbers and people died. You know, they want to sweep it under the rug as usual. And you know, here's Viola Fletcher is the oldest survivor of the racist attack on the city's Black Wall Street in 1921. It left up to 300 dead. You know, give me 1 second. Show you a little picture of the things that were going on. Here's a picture of the businesses or the things that were taken at the time. What we had 600 businesses, 21 churches, 21 restaurants, 30 grocery stores, 2 movie theaters, 6 private airplanes, a hospital, a bank, and its own school system. You know, so this happened right before Esau wants to kick in with the segregation laws. You know, because it squashed a lot of the things that Jake had at the time, man. You know, they wanted them to come together and join businesses because we had our own stuff, man. And this is in Tulsa, Oklahoma, and around, I want to say a little bit before that, you had the truthfully, you had a Black Summer, they want to call it. You know, when Esau was just going on a rampage, man, just deciding to burn down our stuff and businesses. Well, the Lord put the spirit upon him because people getting too comfortable here, man. You know, our people get comfortable in this place, man. You know, but yeah, this is just a little snapshot because these type of things we don't know if you don't look into these things, because they're not going to tell you. Esau, our enemy, is not going to tell us who we are or what we were. You know, they're going to just tell you that you're a gangster, that you're a homosexual, you know, that you're that girls are prostitutes, Nicki Minaj shaking twerkers. You know, that's all they want to tell you about. You know, they don't want to tell you how we did have it, you know, at one point, and we did not have to go to Esau for these things. But once again, the Lord shut that down, man. Let me get back to this article. It says, yeah, so, you know, she says she's the oldest survivor. And it says, what is this? Salaki. She says, for nearly a century, she was denied a voice by a culture of silence. And that's what I was just speaking about, man, how this thing, these topics have been swept under the rug about how we had our own everything, you know, and how these massacres happen and they get swept under the rug. You have this massacre right here, and you have the bombing of in 1983 or 283 in Philadelphia, man. You know, when they blew up a whole block. You know, Esau does that stuff, man. And swoops on the rug like, don't worry, we're all American. It'll be okay. Just go run that football. Go dunk that ball, LeBron. Don't worry about the things that happen in society. You know, he says, finally at the age of 107. Viola Fletcher got a national stage on Wednesday to bear witness to America's deep history of racial violence. And these things are going to kick off again, man. You can really have uproars of the people are coming very soon. You know, you have this guy Charles. I can't think of his last name right now, but he's on the internet, and he's stirring it up with the Moabites. You know, even though the ones he's stirring it up with are not, you know, they're speckled birds, man. You know, you can clearly tell, man. Their soul bears witness. It's too bad that he doesn't understand that, but you know, it is what it is. Because 2/3 of our people, they're gonna have to die in the times that we're getting ready to come into, man. Because they're not gonna understand, you know, the speckled bird parts out of the Bible and stuff, man. So they're just all lost, you know. He said Fletcher is the oldest living survivor of a massacre that took place in Tulsa, Oklahoma, on 31st of May. And June 1st, 1921, when a white mob attacked the city's Black Wall Street, killing an estimated 300 African Americans, while robbing and burning more than 1,200 businesses, homes, and churches. See, it's an estimated 300. She was just 7 years old at the time. You know, and then right here she says, I still smell smoke and see fire. So she's tormented by this, man. This woman is tormented. But at the same time, she's going to, you know, our enemies, trying to ask them for, you know, just to forgive them, or, you know, to understand, or, you know, man, you know, because money you can't give money right now. You know, those people lost their lives, businesses, and everything. But at the same time, man, you know, that's what the Lord put upon Esau to go out and do, man. Go out and put in some work because Jake was too comfortable. And bring this out, this is Micah 2:10. It says, arise ye and depart, for this is not your rest, because it is polluted. It shall destroy you even with a sword of destruction, man, you know. And just showing you, man, they came through and blowing stuff up, man. And Viola still thinks this is our place of rest, so she wants to go to the Congress and try to beg Esau for help, man. You know, I want you to recognize what your people did, man. But you know, that's not gonna how it's gonna happen. We have to wait for the Lord to come back, man. You know, let me read some more. She says, for decades, the atrocity was actively covered up and washed away, but Fletcher and her 100-year-old brother are seeking reparations. And the head of the massacre cemetery appeared before a House of Representatives Judicial Subcommittee considering legal remedies. Congress Steve Cohen, chairman of the panel, acknowledged coronavirus restrictions and said, those in the room, I'd like to ask you to keep your face mask on at all time unless you are speaking or unless you're over 100 years old. But yeah, it just goes on to talk about, you know, the case and stuff. But at the same time, man, you know, the scriptures is what's going to save us in these times getting ready to come, because America's getting ready to be destroyed, you know. And some of our people, you know, they want to cling on to this place, man, you know. They want to cling on to this place. He says, she says, our country may have forgot this history, but I cannot. I will not, and other survivors do not, and our descendants do not. When my family was forced to leave Tulsa, I lost my chance of an education. I never finished school past the 4th grade. I have never made much money. Wow, see? And what was going on, once again, these people were coming through, they were blowing up stuff, they were robbing, looting. There's a picture, there's a nice show out, and depicting what was going on. And, you know, just showing how Esau was just running rapid, a wild man. I mean, that's how this Psalm's 59:2. Deliver me from the workers of iniquity and save me from the bloody men, man. You know, and that's what you should be calling to the Lord, man. Ask the Lord, man, at that time, man. Because these men were hell-bent, man, you know. And they left her, man, you know. And they left our people just jacked up, man. They're traumatized, man. This woman is 170 years old, and she still sees fire and still smells smoke, man. You know. And you know, revenge lays with the Lord, man. It's in His hands, man, because He knows what Esau has done to us, man. You know, pertaining to the scriptures, man. We heard the apple of the Lord's eyes, man. You know, so revenge is with the Lord, man. He said, my time. This is. Let me read a little bit more of this because there was some other parts I wanted to bring out. Oh, right here. She also accused local authorities of profiting from her story. All the while, the city of Tulsa has just unjustly used the names and stories of victims like me to enrich itself and its white allies through the 30 million raised by the Tulsa Centennial Commission, while I continue to live in poverty. Wow. She continues to live in poverty while they're getting paid, man. But that's how America is, man. You know, this has been a double-faced, hypocritical place, man. You know, and our people, they're starting to, some are starting to see it and some aren't, man. Some are still trying to fight for reparations like her. You know, unfortunately, man, 107 years old, you just gave this hell of a testimony that they have making money even off of you in the story, and y'all can't receive a dime. And what they'll do is they'll probably make, let's just say they make $200 million. They'll probably give Jake a $1 million scholarship fund, you know, for a family, and they'll have to lottery it off for the 300 families. They'll probably just give one. That's the things they do, man. They just, or, you know what I'm saying, called divide and conquer. Esau will just give, you know, a certain family this, and then he'll have the other families fight it out, man. They do that, man. That's how the devil works, man. This is Psalms 31:15. Let me start up. This is Psalms 31:14. But I trust in thee, O Lord. I said, thou art my power. My times are in thy hand. Deliver me from the hand of my enemies and from them that prosecute me, man. And that's what we need the Lord to deliver us, man, to get rid of this place, man. You see, these Edomites just came through stealing, burning stuff up, man. They were hell-bent. They were on a ravage, man, you know. But sister going to the Congress people trying to ask for help and talking to them, it's going to be, You know, you're doing the wrong thing, man. This is why in these times, once again, coming, we need to pray and continuously pray in the Lord, because it's getting ready to get ugly out here, man. You know, you can check on turn on the news anytime you're seeing people getting bashed. I just seen two sisters fighting each other. You know, the nigga woman don't know what's going on. She stabbed her sister in the heart and stuff, and she was just leaking blood, and she's still trying to fight instead of going to seek help, you know. But at the end of the day, man, this is the Lord's show, man, you know. And like in Micah 2:10, once again, he says, arise, eat and depart, for this is not your rest. And that's one thing that you have to keep in mind. This place is not our rest. We cannot get any rest here, man. We are cursed. Whether we go to these big, she just told you she's living in poverty while the Tulsa is getting rich off of her story, man. And those are the things that we have to deal with, man. Just a hypocritical society. With that being said, I just wanted to bring this out real fast. I seen this, and you know, I was disturbed by the sister just saying how she still smells smoke and sees fire, man. But at the same time, just look how humble she is in front of her enemies, man. You know, but at the same end of the day, man, you know, you are an Israelite, and the Lord is coming back for vengeance, man. You know. With that being said, I hope this is edifying. Shalom, Akim.